I cannot believe that when I graduated from one of the best music colleges in the entire world, Berklee College of Music, I had absolutely no idea whatsoever how I was going to make money. How was I going to pay for rent? How was I going to pay for clothes, pay for food? I was terrified, filled with doubt, and very, very, very insecure and unsure of my future. So I did what everybody told me to do. I said yes to everything. I sang in bars, clubs, casinos, nursing homes, cruise ships. I spammed producers, begging for them to let me sing on their tracks. I would sing with anybody that invited me to. If I was out with friends and I got called for a gig, I would run home, grab my gown, and jump on the train to the gig. I was a gig junkie. And not only that, I was investing so much money into my own art as SEIDS. I was paying for producers and PR and costumes, all the things that I thought I needed to do to make it, which for me was always to find creative and financial freedom. I watched my savings disappear multiple times. But it's okay, I told myself. I'm investing in my future. I'm investing in my craft, in my art, and I'm going to make it. Except many moments I felt like I wasn't going to make it, and I had to work non-music jobs. I had to bartend and sell gym memberships at Equinox. I would sit on the phone with my grandma crying, why did I want to be a musician? Why couldn't I have wanted to be a lawyer or a veterinarian? And we would take tests and see, oh, maybe you would like another profession. I never in my wildest dreams, when I was a child, I didn't imagine it would be so hard to make it, to find financial and creative freedom. And then the craziest thing happened. When I turned 31, I finally made my first 100K as a music creator. Lesson number 1 is there are more ways to make money in the music industry than being an artist and gigging. I had no idea that you could make money creating sample packs for music tech companies. I had no idea that you can make money creating content for music tech companies. And in those videos, you can use your own music. And they would also send you a bunch of gear that you can keep for free. I didn't learn this at music college. I don't even know if this existed back then. This job just sprung up kind of out of like pure luck. It was an accident that I stumbled on this job. Basically, because all of my gigs were canceled during COVID, I was so depressed, stuck at home, that I decided to learn how to produce. I bought a course, which was Learn How to Produce in 30 Days. I took it and I started becoming obsessed. And then I started posting on TikTok, and I was posting 3 to 5 times every day. And I built up my channel to 100K followers. So I was so torn that when the singing gigs started coming back and I could have gone back on the cruise ship, I didn't know what to do. So I was talking to a friend one day and I was like, should I go back to the cruise ship, or should I stay here and keep building my channels and building up my value so I can work full time as a music creator? And he said, well, what do you want to do? Or how? And I was like, I don't know. And then I started thinking about, well, how do I feel? And I loved working from home, and I loved getting to create, and I loved talking about music tech and geeking out about music tech. And I was tired of traveling to the gigs and wearing makeup and dealing with drunk people. So I was like, yeah, you know what? I want to be a music creator. And then he said, okay, bet. So this is when lesson 2 comes in. Now that I've decided exactly what I want to do, I was like, I'm going to be laser focused. Sure, I'll take the off gig here and there or whatever thing I have to do to pay the bills that I need to pay, but I'm not taking on any other big distractions. I'm focusing on building my channels, getting 1% better every single day at creating content, at producing, at my craft, everything. I'm going hard into this music creator thing. And here's where I feel like most people fail, honestly, because I'll talk to some of my students and I'll be like, oh, so you want to be a music creator? And they're like, yes, but I'm also working on an album and I'm writing a book and I'm making my own clothes and I'm going on trips and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. And I was like, yeah, of course, we all want to do lots of things. We're creatives. I love to paint and I love to cook and I love to create music, and I could be in a band and I can make another channel about eating out and all those things that I like. But all all of those things will lead to a distraction. And it's not to say that you can't do them at all, but you want to spend like 40 hours a week minimum on your business that you're building. And that's what I was doing. I was like, I'm going to be laser focused on this. So that's lesson number 2. Lesson number 3 is deciding your rate and stick with it. So as I mentioned, I had already built up my channels for 9 months, posting 3 to 5 times every single day. And I decided I'm not accepting anything less than $1,000 a video, unless it was a trade for gear that I really wanted, which I did then and I still do in exchange for certain gear that I really want. And yeah, so I was like, I really want that $1,000. So when companies would reach out to me for, $300, $500, even $600, I would say no. I think people would be very surprised about how many times I said no then and how many times I say no now, even still. No is a very powerful word. It commands respect. It says, this is what I'm worth, this is what I'm sticking with, and it opens up space for the right company to come by and to work with you. And these videos take a lot of time, right? Learning the plugins take a lot of time. Installing the plugins sometimes take a lot of time. So I'm doing like 10 jobs in one. I'm producing, I'm singing, I'm songwriting, whatever I'm using in the videos. I'm also writing the script to the video, I'm editing the video, I'm posting it to an audience of targeted people, which is another point of value. So I knew my worth and I was going to stick with it. And I did. And then I got work that was even higher than that. I've been paid up to $6,000 for one short form video. It's awesome. The things I used to have to do for money. So once I learned those 3 lessons, which to recap are: 1, there are more ways to make money in the music industry other than being an artist and a gigging musician. 2, get laser focused on what you want to do. And 3, decide on a rate and stick with it. Things happened pretty quickly, really quickly. And I was booked and busy. After that decision, I think I reached 100K. No, sadly, my grandma was not alive to hear the news, but I like to think that she knows. And yeah, it was crazy. So let's talk about the less glamorous parts, right? And how I've kept doing this now for the last 4-5 years and what has changed. And honestly, it's kind of boring in the best way possible. When I see people and they're like, oh, what are you up to for work, or how's things going? And I'm like, it's good. It's the same stuff, right? I'm still making the videos. I'm still producing. Things are happening very slowly. I'm focusing on getting 1% better every single day. And all of that has compounded. My channels have grown. My content has improved. My network has expanded. I'm able to charge more because I can bundle together TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. And my point is really like, it's repeat. No, but truly, I love my job. I'm so grateful for what I get to do. And the reason I make this video is because I didn't know that this job existed. So I really hope this opened up your eyes to a job that I think is so awesome. And there's not that many people doing it. So if it's something that you want to do and you're interested in it, you should do it. You could just start filming right now. And if you want to learn more about my strategy, I do have a course, How to Work with Music Tech Companies. It is 50% off for Black Friday. I'll link it in the description, but no pressure. And I really hope you found this video helpful, inspiring, and just if you're struggling to find your way in the music industry, just know you're not alone. If you're feeling insecure, just know we all do. Every time I go to a convention with people that I truly admire, they have the same fears, the same doubts, the same insecurities that you feel. It doesn't matter. And also just keep creating. And for me, the ultimate goal was to find creative and financial freedom. And I hope you all will find that too. Thank you so much for watching and thank you for being here. Keep creating. Bye.